So I want to talk about Arena as a whole, not just Brawl. I really do feel like Arena could be like the ultimate go-to place for Magic, but what really holds it back sometimes is itself. I don't know if the developers see what we see as we're playing it. You know, Arena could be like the go-to place for everything Magic, Commander, other formats like Pauper, you know, even other things like Plane Chase and stuff. And I know there isn't a lot of room for multiplayer formats, but the fact is we don't have that many formats on Arena. And I know we're probably thinking about like, if there's a lot of formats on Arena, there's not going to be enough players to fill the queues. We have Standard, Alchemy, Historic, Explorer, Timeless, and Brawl, and Standard Brawl. Now, you know, you do have the option to play best of 3 in some of those, but how come we can't do a friendly match? We can't do a direct challenge, and we can set the rules of the game. And I know you don't really set the rules for the game in like a regular sit down game of Magic, but how cool would it be to say, hey, let's play some Cascade Brawl, or hey, let's play Brawl with an Omniscience emblem. Let's play Brawl with the Discover emblem. I really think that there's so much potential for Arena, and this is what I've been thinking for like the last 2 years. You know, I wonder why we can't play something like Momir with our friends. And I know it'll lessen the impact of midweek Magic when we do have those things, because we can just play it with our friends. But I think it'd be so cool to do that with your friends in a friendly setting. I don't know why we can't do it. We can't even play our deck against a bot, specifically Brawl. We have to play our Brawl decks against actual players in the Brawl queue. And sometimes if you play Brawl these days, you know how crazy it can be sometimes with how competitive Brawl is. The fact that Arena only awards you for winning, pretty much, besides doing your daily quest, Arena only rewards you for winning. I think something needs to change in the game as a whole, because it really has the potential to be that place where everything can take place. And it kind of amazes me. I wonder how much money they make on Arena compared to something like Paper. With Paper, you have to pay for the art, you have to pay for the ink, you have to pay for the shipping, you have to pay for the packaging, you have to pay for way less on Arena. And I think that's why they do have the Alchemy stuff, because in Alchemy, it's not paper stuff, so you don't have to print that stuff. The only thing you have to do for Alchemy is pay the artist for the Alchemy art and the people that code the stuff into the game. If they're worrying about like bottom line profits or whatever, I think it really should be looked at. Like, how can we make the game better? It's just one of those things where it's so frustrating, and I don't know how hard it would be to do something like put the Omniscience emblem or the Momir emblem or the Cascade emblem into a private match with your friends, or a server or something where we can play different modes, like where it's just people on your client. I think having people on your client should be the most important thing. The potential is just there to take, and it hasn't been done yet, and I don't know why. I don't know how many people is going to watch this video, because it's just a talking head video. It's not even a head, I'm just talking on a video, but it's really something that should be said. Why can't we do these things in this game? I don't know how hard it would be to code the game so I can play my Brawl deck against Sparky. Like, why is it that we only have the option to play against other people in like the ranked setting, or unranked for that matter, or our friends, but we can only play like with our decks in certain formats? Can anyone tell me down in the comments below how hard it would be to actually code like the Momir emblem or the Cascade emblem into like a private server or a private match, for that matter? I just think the potential is there for something more so than, hey, you can play this on paper, but you can also do these other things on Arena. It's just something that I've been thinking about, and I just needed to get off my chest, man. But it's just something that needs to be said, I feel like. And I'm a small content creator that specifically plays Brawl, but I mean, I would really like to play Brawl against Sparky to test out my deck, or hell, for even the fact that like you want to just do some crazy shenanigans, but I can't, because I can't play my Brawl deck against Sparky. So I really wonder how other people feel about this. You know, MTGO had, I'm not familiar with MTGO. I've never played MTGO, but from what I've heard, you can play Commander, you can do other things. And the multiplayer stuff I'm not really getting into for Arena because I know it was built as a 1v1 client, but at least you should be able to let us do other things. You know, make it easier so we can play our decks with Sparky. Let me play Cascade Brawl with my friend, or let me play Momir with my friend. I think it'd be really cool, and I really hope that someday these changes will come and it'll just feel like different to play on Arena, where I'm not just booting Arena up to play my standard deck that I have in paper just because I can't play it in paper right now. That's really what Arena is right now. I feel like it's a way to play Magic because I can't play it in person right now, so I'm going to play on Arena, and that's really it. But Arena only awards you for wins, so if you're not having a fun time playing, then you get screwed out either way. The client needs to go away from the just winning aspect of it. I think that's the main problem. I really feel like Arena can go far and be like the ultimate Magic client, but we'll see. I don't know. This was kind of like a rant, and I really hope somebody out there hears something of this. Some other type of like game mode can be made, because that's what it is. It's a game. It's an online game, and yes, we have the game modes like historic, timeless and stuff, but let's get something else. Let's get something fun. Something that I can play with my friends, or I can play with a bot that's not just go win, win, win. You know, it's just, I'm honestly kind of tired of it. You know, a lot of times we make these decks and we want to play jank, and sometimes we can't. We have to play our friends and maybe let us do the thing, or we have to hope that somebody doesn't concede in a match to let us do the thing, you know? It's just one of those things, man. Like, Arena can be so much more, and I really hope that things can be turned around. There's some major changes I heard that are coming like this year or next year with like multiplayer, but I'm not really sure. I know it's not like my usual video, but it's just something I really wanted to make. I felt like I needed to say something, and yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, how you guys feel about it. With that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for listening.